The following is an exclusive presentation of the Alabama High School Athletic Association and the AHSAA Radio Network.
Hello everybody and welcome into another edition of Inside the AHSAA Weekly, brought to you by Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply Stores throughout Central Alabama. 10 great locations for you to try out. And again, we can't thank them enough for being our longtime corporate partner here on the AHSAA Radio Network. Glad you joined us today. We got a great show coming your way here. Myself, Coach Jeff Hines, will talk about the Super 7 state championships. We'll break down all 7 games from this past week, as we have 7 state champions now in the class, or in the year 2018. We'll fast forward in the second segment and we'll talk about the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game as well, coming up on Monday, December 17th at Crampton Bowl. You don't want to miss it. Lots of talent on both sides, and that's the case every year, but this year especially, both teams really loaded. Looking forward to a great game. Going to take our break here on Inside the AHSAA Weekly. When we come back, we'll talk about those Super 7 state championship games that occurred this past week at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Stay tuned. More of Inside the AHSAA Weekly, brought to you by Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply Stores, right after this.
Even the best of us forget sometimes. But buckling up is one thing you always want to remember.
Seatbelts save lives. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Take it, E. Let's go over this again. Who starts off with a real Coke taste? Coca-Cola! And then Coca-Cola pitches the real Coke taste to who? Coca-Cola! How is Coca-Cola going to give a real Coke taste to itself? Take a lap, genius! Coca-Cola takes a snap and then pitches the real Coke taste to Coke Zero running up on the right. You got it? Yeah! At that point, we fake punt the real Coke taste. Who fakes the punt? Coke Zero! Take a lap! Coke Zero! Real Coke taste! Zero.
Welcome back, everyone, to Inside the AHSAA Weekly, here brought to you by Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply Stores. Brett Pritchard and Coach Jeff Hines here with you. And, Coach, it was a great week at Auburn. The Super 7 state championships are under our belt now. Some really, really fantastic games that we were able to call on the AHSAA Radio Network. All culminated this past Friday in the 6A state championship game. But we're going to talk about each one of these games as there were some blowouts, let's be honest about it, and there were some really good games. So, yeah. Coach, always fun to be down in Auburn.
Yeah, no question, and kudos to Coach Savarese and his staff. Man, what a model this state has put out there for other states to follow in how we do our championship play. It's just incredible. Some great games. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday down at the Super 7, played at Auburn. Brett, is this 10 years now on rotation, going back and forth from Auburn University to the University of Alabama? What a great model that is.
It is, and again, that's almost hard to believe when you say what you just said. 10 years we've been going back. I remember like it was yesterday when the first one was hosted by Bryant-Denny Stadium and the city of Tuscaloosa and the University of Alabama, and the vision that finally had come to fruition. And then looking over at now culminating in the 10th year at Jordan-Hare Stadium, Jeff, I don't know that I've ever recalled a decade going by any quicker than that one. But 10 years in the books. Obviously before then it was the Super 6 when it was at Legion Field, and then only had 7 classifications for a few years now. But I think this was a very, very smart move by the AHSAA and by Auburn and Alabama partnering up to have these events, because what a special memory.
Yeah.
You know, for all these communities and teams to be able to play on those two surfaces. And I think they've got it right all the way around. I think basketball's where it needs to be in Birmingham, at the BJCC, at the Legacy Arena. It's a beautiful venue. It's centrally located. I think they got that right too. But you're right. I want to take a minute to say Coach Steve Savarese, the executive director, Alvin Briggs, the entire staff, they do a phenomenal job.
Yeah, they really do. And I like the idea that 7A kicks it off every year. Or has, I guess, in recent memory. I like that idea. And then usually you culminate, I guess they flip-flop on the Thursday, Friday games. But, man, what a great product that our Alabama High School Athletic Association puts out there in our championship play in all sports. You talk about being at Legacy with basketball, Riverwalk, with our baseball. I mean, it goes on and on. So
I think Lagoon Park has the softball.
Yes, just kudos to that.
All the way around. We'll dive into these games. We'll carry it over to the second segment. Also, we'll talk about the Alabama-Mississippi game coming up on Monday, the 17th. But in 7A on Wednesday night, it was a thumping. Phoenix City 52, Thompson 7. Don't know if anybody saw that coming to that degree. I'm not saying that anybody didn't think Phoenix City wasn't going to win the game. They were the #1 team. But Thompson just looked like they were just in shock with the way Phoenix City got off to the start in that game.
Phoenix City athletes all over the field, both sides of the ball. Glad to see Coach Jamie Dubose get over the hump, so to speak, at Central Phoenix City.
Yeah.
We know what he's done what he did when he was at Prattville. But man, everybody I talked to just said, look, Central Phoenix City, their defense was just unbelievably fast. They have athletes everywhere. It was a tough go for Thompson on that night.
It was. Phoenix City, Peter Parrish, just a phenomenal quarterback going to LSU, led the Red Devils to their first state championship since 1993. So congratulations to them. In 6A, it was Pinson Valley repeating as 6A state champions over Saraland, 26-17. A really good football game. I thought Saraland played really well. They left some points on the field. Pinson Valley left some points on the field. There, to me, is a no-brainer for Mr. Football this year in this state, and that's Bo Nix. Bo Nix is a game changer. He's a phenomenal athlete. He's a great leader on the field. He's like another coach. We can go on with the accolades, but Pinson Valley, back-to-back state champion winners.
Yeah, Pinson Valley, back-to-back state champions. Saraland, good football team, coached by a guy that has played at the highest level, at Jeff Kelly and at Southern Miss. Two really good teams. The difference was Bo Nix, in my opinion. I watched the game on TV, and man, he's an incredible talent. Obviously, the genes are really good. His daddy being at Auburn. And one thing that I thought was really cool was the last touchdown he threw was the same area that Patrick Nix threw to Lawyer Tillman.
Yeah, it's a good point that you bring up right there. And you know, it's a lot of stats on Bo Nix that we can run down here, and we've talked about them. Just a phenomenal night of throwing the football. You know, they didn't really have to go to the running game because they're so versed in the passing game. For Saraland, McAlpine really got it done on the ground with 158 yards on 28 carries. So it was a good game. It was back and forth. I thought Brett Nezat had a good game at quarterback for Saraland. He's a big young man, but it really all boiled down to Bo Nix and what he was able to do, and then continuing to just dominate from the quarterback position. One other game here that we'll go to. I want to wait actually and save it for the next segment because 5A, and we'll get through 1A. That 5A championship game was an instant classic.
Yes, it was.
And I know we previewed that game last week and told everybody we thought that might be the best one. Well, guess what?
It was.
It was the best one of the entire Super 7. We're going to take a break here on Inside the AHSAA. When we come back, we'll break down the rest of the games and talk about the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game. You're listening and watching the Inside the AHSAA Weekly, brought to you by Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply Stores.
Team is not something you do alone. Team is plural. Team is arms, legs, blood, sweat, and soul. A lot goes into team. But what we take away stays with us forever.
More heart.
More drive. More will.
More guts.
More sweat.
More dedication.
More practice. More control.
More clutch.
More hard work.
More fun.
More family.
More love.
More basketball.
Baseball.
College tennis.
More every day.
More everything. More
to come.
More Wilson.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace, smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
At Chicken Salad Chick, we understand the holidays can get hectic. That's why we've got your holiday party needs wrapped up with a pretty bow on top. From takeout to full service, we cater to any crowd this holiday season. Grab your favorite quick chicks or side items to go, or please your guests with a chicken salad sandwich platter, pimento cheese jingle ball, or pumpkin cheesecake. We believe you should focus on making the memories while you let Chicken Salad Chick make the food. Now go enjoy it. Chicken Salad Chick, born in Alabama and serving the best chicken salad around.
Welcome back, everyone, to Inside the AHSAA Weekly. Brett Pritchard and Jeff Hines with you. Let's get through the rest of these, Coach. 5A, Central Clay County, 43, Viger, 42. Came down to Viger with the ball at the 25-yard line. Time expired on them. Wasn't able to get another playoff. Phoenix Central Clay County holds on to win a state championship for the first time in school history of the consolidated school. That is Danny Horn's 7th state championship.
Yeah, and it was win 299 for him. He will go for win 300 next year. We've kind of talked about this among ourselves, that he will be going against win 300 at his previous coaching stop, Benjamin Russell High School.
How crazy is that?
It's going to be a crazy fun night for everybody, but unbelievable of what Central of Clay County pulled off. Very talented Viger team, and you're right, they did not get a playoff because they were out of timeouts. They had burned them in other places, but a great game to watch.
Congratulations to Central Clay on pulling that 1-point win off. In Class 4A, it was UMS Wright in the biggest lopsided game of the week. It was 52-0 over Deschler. And, you know, we talked about Deschler having 4 losses coming into the Super 7, but had really been hitting a stride, not against UMS Wright. Terry Curtis with his 7th state title. So 2 coaches in this state championship were able to notch their 7th state championship as a coach.
Yeah, no question about it. This game was never in doubt. A lot of credit to the Deschler coach. I watched the interview after the game. He was all positive about the track that they were on and where they were going, and he was talking about how important it was that his guys become better young men, better fathers, better husbands, give back to the community, so forth and so on. So kudos to him. But look, this Wright team was just it was unreal.
They always are under Terry Curtis. And by the way, they're back-to-back 4A state champs too, just like Pinson Valley repeated. In Class 3A, Flomaton, 23, Piedmont 12. Very good football game. Turnovers ended up costing Piedmont in this game. Flomaton took advantage of it. Flomaton has been around for 90 years, Coach. 90 years. Had never been to a state championship game. They took advantage of it. They made the most of it.
And that's what's incredible about this Super 7, this championship play, because you do get teams like this periodically that have never been there. Flomaton, we all know where Flomaton is because we have to go through it to get to the beach every year.
That's exactly right.
So just awesome for them and those young men and that coaching staff to finally reach the pinnacle, so to speak, of a state championship.
Absolutely. Took advantage of it and got the win in Class 3A. Class 2A, Fife gets back that state championship trophy to their school as they beat Laverne in a close one, 21-19. This was a phenomenal, hard-hitting football game, always is in these classifications. Laverne came to play in this game. A lot of people had written them off, thought Fife was going to blow them out. That was not the case. Fife had their backs against the wall the entire afternoon. They were able to pull it out 21-19.
Yeah, I just look, I said Fife all along, and I didn't think this was going to be close. And Luverne just absolutely
refused.
They refused to go away. They were ready to play.
Laverne had 2 possessions inside 10-yard line and get any points.
Didn't get any points.
So think about that.
Yeah, congratulations to both teams there. But you're right, Fife does bring that trophy back to their trophy case.
In Class 1A, you're going to be seeing this team a lot, I'm afraid.
Yes, you are.
Mars Hill Bible, 53, Linden, 26. I think they've been playing football since 14.
Yeah, I think 5 years, 14, 15, 16.
This is their 5th year.
5th year.
Blowout city.
Yeah.
Dominant on the field.
Yeah.
Linden played pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, Linden didn't play bad.
Yeah.
And they got beat 53-26, and we all know what came out of the South with Maplesville, Annette, Linden, all of them down there. We figured, man, the state champion would come from there. Not the case. Mars Hill Bible up around Florence, Alabama is your 1A state champion.
You hit the nail on the head. Mars Hill will be it'd be a common name. They're not going away.
They're not.
That coaching staff has done an amazing job of nurturing these guys along in that 5-year period. And look where it got them in the 5th year. It's very ironic that we hire a college coach and we say 4 or 5 years, this is where you're going to be.
Yeah.
There you go, right there. So congratulations to them.
Yeah, congratulations to all the teams that made it to the Super 7, the runners-up as well, because when you make it to that game, everybody obviously has had a phenomenal season and are warranted a congratulations there. On Monday the 17th, myself, Luke Robinson, will be calling the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Classic from Crampton Bowl in Montgomery. Coach, this looks to be a good one. Talia Tungavailoa will not be playing in that game now due to an arm injury he suffered in the 7A state championship game. So he'll sit that out. Peter Parrish has been added to the roster now from Phoenix City. Yeah. So you replace Tungavailoa with Peter Parrish, one SEC guy for another. Bo Nix will be your starter in this game. That position's loaded for Alabama All-Stars. Talent all over the field. Talent all over the field from Mississippi. It's going to be a good football game.
It's always a classic. People love to see the two states play each other. I'm one of them. And there will be incredible talent all across the field that night.
I agree with you, Coach. Again, want to encourage everybody to come out to Crampton Bowl on Monday the 17th to take this in. All that talent you'll see playing on Saturdays, and some of them will move on to play on Sundays when they're done with their career. We're going to wrap it up here, finalize this segment here, and we come back, we'll close out the show. Stay tuned. More of the Inside the AHSAA Weekly, brought to you by Russell Do It Center and Building Supply Stores right after this.
At Chicken Salad Chick, we understand the holidays can get hectic. That's why we've got your holiday party needs wrapped up with a pretty bow on top. From takeout to full service, we cater to any crowd this holiday season. Grab your favorite quick chicks or side items to go, or please your guests with a chicken salad sandwich platter, pimento cheese jingle ball, or pumpkin cheesecake. We believe you should focus on making the memories while you let Chicken Salad Chick make the food. Now go enjoy it. Chicken Salad Chick, born in Alabama and serving the best chicken salad around.
No, 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 wrong! Bring it in, guys. Take a knee. Let's go over this again. Who starts off with a real Coke taste? Coca-Cola! And then Coca-Cola pitches the real Coke taste to who? Coca-Cola! How is Coca-Cola going to give a real Coke taste to itself? Take a lap, genius! Coca-Cola takes a snap and then pitches the real Coke taste to Coke Zero running up on the right. You got it? Yeah! At that point, we fake punt the real Coke taste. Who fakes the punt?
Coke Zero.
Take a lap! Coke Zero! Real Coke taste! 0 calories!
Hello, my name is Dave Milton with Southeastern Land Group. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our company. We sell farmland and timberland in Alabama and the surrounding states. Not only do we have a land sales division, but we also have a timber sales division where we can help you with your timber sales and your timber appraisals. There's 22 of us in our group scattered throughout the southeastern United States. We are a full-service land and timber sales company. We do with farmland, timberland, cattle property, poultry farms. 866-751-LAND. Go to the website, selandgroup.com.
What do you see when you think about your future?
Do you see determination that keeps you going, that helps you make a difference in your world?
Do you see challenges that make you stronger?
Southern Union State Community College realizes that your opportunities for greatness are unlimited. Your journey has just begun.
Welcome back, everyone, to Inside the AHSAA Weekly. Again, we want to thank all of you for watching and listening to us throughout the state of Alabama, wherever you might be finding this program on one of our great affiliates or online at ahsaa.com or ahsaradionetwork.com. I want to thank Russell Dewitt Center and Building Supply Stores for being our corporate partner here on the program. And again, we want to say congratulations to all the state championship winners this past week in Jordan-Hare Stadium. For Jeff Hines, I'm Brett Pritchard saying we've enjoyed it. We hope you have. See you next week for more of Inside the AHSAA Weekly.